chapter 24, it says partner only with people that work as hard as you do. Tell us about that.
Yes, I got advice from my mentors. They said, surround yourself with people smarter than you. Well, that's pretty good because I got expelled from high school. So I've done that. And it gives you options to, if you surround yourself with smart people. Now, in our company, everybody in our company does their job better than I do the job. And that was great advice. Just surround yourself. Now, it's very difficult to surround myself with people with a harder work ethics than me because I still, at my age, work a 100-hour work week. But I try and do that. So if you surround yourself with people smarter than you, people with an amazing work ethic. My mom and dad always said, you don't have to be the smartest guy in the neighborhood. You have to be seen as the hardest working guy. If you do those things, you've got amazing options to be successful.
Yeah, my dad always said, if you work hard, the world is your oyster. So successful people say the same thing. Yeah. So let's go to the philosophy. And you talk about failure in the philosophy section of this book, which is wonderful. There's so many options to choose from for me. So it was very hard. But let's talk about failure.
No such a thing. There's no such a thing as failure if you convert it into a learning experience. Every time I've made a mistake, I've paused, analyzed it. Why did I make that mistake? Now it becomes a learning experience. So really and truly, mistake, there's no such a thing in business once you convert it and strategize and realize you can't fix a problem if you don't know the problem. Analyze the problem. Now you've converted something that started out to be failure as a learning experience to be successful.
Amazing advice. I'm sure everybody can take a little bit of wisdom from that. Ron, if you were to give advice to your 25-year-old self, what piece of advice would you give?
I was pretty bad at 25. Wanted to do everything myself. And it wasn't until I was 37 years of age, I'm much older than that now, I learned to delegate. And it was really funny. And it works out well in our company today. At 37, I learned how to not be a helicopter manager. I learned how to delegate. And I learned that people that have a responsibility in our company do their job better than I could have ever done their job. And it goes to sales, administration, everything in our company, finance, manufacturing, packaging. They're all better and proud that they do it better than I could possibly do it. So my job's simple, create an environment for them to succeed.
So Ron, as you know, I always like to ask my guest, if you were a politician, what 3 things you would do to help grow jobs in the Canadian economy. I know we're at a pivotal point in the Canadian economy right now. Give the politicians a piece of Ron Foxcroft advice.
Government's too big, too convoluted. And I will never become an elected official because the first thing I would do is I would cut the size of government and you become more efficient rather than just pour more people and pour more money into government. Let's eliminate 30% of the public sector jobs. And I know the public sector people, they work hard. There's too many of them. And we have to be like business. We have to be lean and we have to be mean and we have to be strategic. So rather than pouring our tax money into solving problems, let's work at being more strategic. Government is too big and too fat.
Well, there you have it. All the advice in the world from Ron Foxcroft. Great. We didn't cover half of it, but we will get back to it. Please come back another day.
Love to.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks to my guest, Ron Foxcroft, CEO of Fox 40 and Fluke Transport, for all his business and world advice. Get the book. All the proceeds go to Liberty for Youth and City Kids. You'll have a great read and you'll help some kids. It's a win-win.